The dust swirled around Steve Rogers' boots, a fine ochre powder that clung to the vibrant blue of his uniform. He wasn't in New York, or Washington, or any of the familiar battlegrounds he'd come to know. He was in Juja, Kiambu County, Kenya. A distress signal, faint but undeniably stark tech, had pulled him across continents. It led him to a small research outpost, seemingly abandoned except for the lingering scent of ozone and a single, flickering holographic projector displaying a fragmented message. Energy signature. Unstable. Threat 2. He hefted his shield, its familiar weight a comforting anchor in this unfamiliar landscape. The air hummed with a residual energy, a crackling tension that spoke of a recent, violent event. This wasn't Hydra, not with that kind of energy signature. It felt different. As he moved through the deserted labs, a soft rustling sound caught his attention. Not the wind, nor any animal he recognized from the briefing files he'd skimmed en route. He rounded a corner, shield raised, and found not a hostile, but a young woman huddled amongst overturned equipment. She wore a lab coat, torn and stained, and her eyes, wide and dark, held a mixture of fear and defiance. "Who are you?" he asked, his voice low and calm. She hesitated for a moment, then spoke, her English accented but clear. "My name is Amina. I was working here." "What happened?" Amina's gaze flickered to the holographic projector. "They came. Not soldiers, not people like that. They were energy. They wanted something we were studying, a new form of sustainable energy. It's powerful, unstable if not contained." "And Stark Industries was involved?" She nodded. "We were collaborating, trying to find a way to stabilize it, to make it safe. But they attacked before we could." Steve felt a familiar surge of protectiveness. He'd faced down cosmic threats and armies of super soldiers. He could handle energy beings. "Are there others? Anyone else here?" "No, just me. I managed to hide." He extended a hand. "You're safe now, Amina. I'm Captain America. I'm here to help." Hesitancy warred with a glimmer of hope in her eyes before she took his hand. Her grip was surprisingly firm. "Captain America? The stories? They're mostly true." He offered a small, reassuring smile. "Now, tell me everything. What did these energy beings look like? What did they take?" As Amina recounted the attack, describing shimmering figures that moved with impossible speed and energy blasts that dissolved metal like butter, Steve knew this wasn't going to be a simple cleanup. This was a new kind of threat, and it had found its way to a quiet corner of the world. But with Amina's knowledge and his shield, they would face it together. He might be a stranger in this land, but the principles he fought for, protection, justice, hope, were universal. And in Amina's determined gaze, he saw a spark of that same unwavering spirit. This unexpected ally, here in the heart of Kenya, might just be the key to stopping this new enemy.